What's up, y'all? This is the Curious One, and we're here at the Ugly Table. It's kind of filthy right now because I've been working on that backdrop, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the PCS Baroness collectible statue. It's made of like a vinyl, I think. I've had the Snake Eyes and the Storm Shadow since last Christmas. I never made a video for them, so I'll give you guys a turnaround on those when we're done unboxing her, and so that way you can see those as well. Now I was kind of iffy about her because I'm not sure about her face. The Baroness I kind of think of as like a really sexy brunette, and her face just wasn't doing it for me. So I wasn't willing to spend the $50 to get her. I went into one of my local GameStops today, just kind of looking around, seeing if there was anything that I was wanting to pick up, and they had her on display inside of like a little case, and it was the only one that they had, so they were actually selling it for $24. So I went ahead and grabbed her. So yeah, for $24, I'm very happy with this purchase so far, but we'll get her out and look at her. Actually, I guess we'll do the box first. So on this side, we got a G.I. Joe. We got a product picture with some stuff in the background. Got a Cobra Intelligence Officer, Baroness. Got a PCS down there, and it says Premium Collectibles Studio. On the back here, we got a G.I. Joe on the top. We got also available. Got Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, Cobra Commander, Destro, Baroness, and Serpentor from G.I. Joe cartoon series. And they all do look pretty accurate for the cartoon. Just, I don't know, there's something about her face that kind of throws me off. And as you can see, there's an actual file card for them. Now, I do have the boxes for these two guys as well. I don't normally collect the boxes, but I kept those for some reason. But I'm not going to show them to y'all. It'd make the video too long. So on this side, we have the exact same thing that we had on the other side. On the top, the window continues, and it has a G.I. Joe. On the bottom, excuse me, ages 14 plus. G.I. Joe and all related characters are trademark of Hasbro and are used with permission. Blah, 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 blah. PCS, licensed by Hasbro, collect PCS, the Facebook, the Twatters, the Instagram, don't feed it to children under 3. You got the $49.99 right there from GameStop. So yeah, let's open the box up and we'll take a look at the statue. So here's the insert. I actually owned this plane as a kid back in the 80s, and also this insert is the same one that came with Storm Shadow. The Snake Eyes one is a bit different. So here's her base. It's a Cobra, very similar to the one that Storm Shadow has, except for it has these clear plastic pieces, and that's gonna fit right. It's gonna make it so her high heels, it'll hold her high heels rather than having peg holes for her feet. And as you can see, these guys have been on the shelf for a long time without me dusting them, so I may do that before I place them back onto the shelf. So here she is up close and out of the box. In person, her face doesn't look quite as bad as she does in the product pictures. I think I'm actually happy with it. Although I do have, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not, but right in there, there's a pink crunchy, really big one. I'm not happy about that, but not much I can do about it. The glasses are actually made out of a plastic, clear plastic, so she does have lenses, if you guys can see that. She does have a pistol, and it does look very cartoonish. Looks like there might be some paint missing, but I mean, it was a display model. She's got a cobra there on her boobies. She does have the what looks like I believe it's, let's see, can't remember which version of the Baroness, the classified series, that has those, but we'll take a look. High heels, which I do not recommend. Women that are going to be running and jumping and doing all that stuff wear high heels while doing so. A broken ankle will fuck your day up. So don't do that in real life, ladies. But I do really like her stance, and she does look like the cartoon, so I dig it. Nice booty on her. I do have a speck right there. I think it's paint damage, but like I said, it's a display, so yeah, if you buy the display, don't expect it to be absolutely perfect, but I don't think there's much damage caused by being a display. I think there's just a couple of paint imperfections. I did notice one scratch, but it didn't actually make it through the paint, so it's pretty good to go. So yeah, for $24, I'm actually really happy with this statue. I dig it. I think her face could be a bit prettier, and I wish that paint crunchy wasn't there on her neck, but pretty nice looking. Alright, so as I said, we'll go ahead and give you a turnaround of the Snake Eyes figure, so you can take a look at him. The sword does not come in his hands, it comes separately and you have to place it in there. Be careful if you pick him up. Do not break the sword, or you're going to be a sad boy. But yeah, he looks really cool. Also looks a lot like the cartoon, so really happy with him. So here's a look at the Storm Shadow. Also very accurate to the cartoon. Now with him, I have even more paint imperfections. You can actually, if you look very, very closely, it's probably not going to show up on video for you guys, but there are some places where you can tell somebody used a brush to try to touch up where the paint wasn't right. And then also I have the speck up here on his bicep. But he is very accurate. Look into the it looks like they tried to touch up where he came off the sprue. There's also a place on his head where he tried to touch him up. Something up here too, but I don't think it's going to show for you guys. And he's wearing white, so it's difficult to keep him clean. You're probably going to get like a little, like some scuffs occasionally if you're moving him around and not putting him back in the box when you're doing so. So try to avoid that. But yeah, I really like this one as well. I don't have all of them. I don't think I'm going to pick up all of them just because these are the three that I like. Maybe if I find the other two or the other, well, no, I don't want a Destro. I don't really care to have a Destro unless I find him like dirt cheap. Serpentor, I don't really care to have either. The Cobra Commander, if I find him for a decent deal, I'll probably grab him just because it's Cobra Commander, you know what I mean? Like, but the other two I never really liked as a kid, so I probably won't even bother unless I find them dirt cheap somewhere. Alright, so one more thing that I feel like I need to mention to you guys is that the Snake Eyes leans forward a lot, right? So he's very easy to tip over. If you tap him just a little bit, he's going to want to tip over. So be very careful with him. Maybe even put a little piece of cardboard underneath there to get him to stand correctly, because I've never had a problem with him falling over. It's never happened, but I have him in an area that's not high traffic. He's never touched, tapped, or even like a harsh breeze comes through, you know what I mean? So, but I have noticed that he does have a bit of a rock to him, so just be careful with that. So here she is with the 2 classified Baronesses that I have from the classified series. This is the one that actually came with the Cobra Cycle, but I have her with Cobra Commander in his throne room, and I have the movie figure on the coil cycle. I also have another one of her in the box. I actually have 2 of everybody except for Storm Shadow as far as the movie videos go, or the movie figures go. With her, I think I picked up the extra just because I think the body would look good on for my Lady Snake Eyes. On top of that, they didn't do the glasses on this one very well, so I picked up a second one thinking maybe that would work. Maybe it'll be a little bit better. And I apologize for not just like posing them or staining them vanilla, but they're posed up the way that I have them on my shelf, and I want to be able to just place them back up there. So that's why I didn't change their poses whatsoever. So yeah, I'm happy with the statue. I'm glad that I found it for the price that I did. Like I said, it was one that I was considering, but I just didn't want to pay the money for it. Since I found it for about half price, I decided to pick her up. And I think that's about all I got to say about this one. So yeah, have a good night. Try to stay out of trouble. Take it easy, all right? Peace.